So today, Nintendo added Super Mario Strikers to the Switch 2, and I played this a little bit today, so I just want to share my initial review. Now, to have access to this, you have to have the Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack for $50 a year, so it is pretty steep to get into this, but I did pay the price because I love Super Mario Strikers. I play it on emulators on a ton of different devices, so I was super excited to see it here on the Switch 2. This is the first game they added to this lineup, so we've had Zelda Wind Waker and F-Zero GX on here at launch, and now we got Super Mario Strikers added. So you can just go ahead, jump right into it, and it's going to load your game. Now, the first thing I did before even jumping into any games, I did change some of my controls. So there's tons of customization in here to change your controls. I personally changed my A button to the B on here and the Y on the X because it's that kind of similar muscle memory of switching between those two buttons a lot. You're going to be using those a lot. That's just my personal preference to jump between those two buttons to be passing and hitting and juking. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into a cup battle. So I'm going to do the flower cup here. Now, I've ran these same settings for pretty much all the time, but Legends setting, 2-minute match times, just a quick fast-paced games, and I turn off all of the stuff, power-up, super strike, Bowser attack, and I'm just going to go with my usual combo here, Luigi Toad. I did notice some lag at some points. See, like that animation there is actually lagging. So it is surprising to see some performance dips, but overall the game does run pretty smooth here. We are down right now. This is why I like the 2-minute matches, just keeps it fast-paced, keeps the sense of urgency up on these games. There it is. So that animation was actually pretty smooth. So it is hit or miss on the animations, runs well enough. I mean, you do have to pay a pretty high price to get access to this, but animations looking pretty smooth here. Sometimes on some of my devices that I emulate this on, the shot animations, it can get laggy at that point. So it looks like shots are pretty smooth on this, but you just kind of have to play it as is. There we go. So again, little lag there. Some parts of it can actually be kind of tough to run on different emulators. Looking good now. Get another shot off. Oh, yes, it counted. Let's go. Okay, 4-1. So again, little lag there. So it actually doesn't perform perfectly to my surprise. But now let's jump into a game on Conga Coliseum. Also, the controls, not too bad here with the Nintendo Switch 2 handheld. But yeah, haptics really good on this actually. Feels better than any emulator I've used with it. So there's a lot of haptics in this game. Really every action you do, whether it's passing or hitting somebody or shooting, it actually does make a decent difference. Can we get one more shot off? Probably not, but let's go. Let's try. Okay. I always like to try and get shot off at the last second in these fast-paced games. So for this next game, I'm going to switch over to docked because I think that's where you're going to be getting a better experience with this game. I did notice it actually is pretty pixelated. For a point of comparison, when I run this on Dolphin Emulator on my Macs, I can upscale it to 4K resolution. It looks really crisp and good, whereas this is pretty pixelated. But for whatever it's worth, I am able to play this. It is a good experience. Won this game as well. And now for this next game, I'm going to try out using the official Nintendo GameCube controller that just came out to use alongside the Switch 2. Wow, haptics feel even better on this controller. Scoring already. Feels good to be back on the original controls for this game for sure. Get it? Okay, just run up. Okay, we'll take that. So again, little lag there, so it isn't perfectly performing, which is just surprising to me for this being an official Nintendo option. I feel like this needs to be cleaned up a bit. Getting some good hits in. Time's running out. Okay, we'll take another one. Let's smooth that time, so it's hit or miss. Okay, another game in the books. Great experience here with the official GameCube controller. This is another cost on top of the service and the Switch 2. I think I paid $65 for this controller, so it's pricey to get into this experience if you're interested. But we got one final game here. I think I'll just switch back to the Switch 2 itself. It is nice that it is on the Switch 2 system. I'm usually used to playing this on emulators on a phone or a tablet or something, so it is nice that it is right here on the Switch 2 with all my other game library. It does actually feel pretty good playing it here on the Switch 2. I would say the control sticks are lacking compared to the GameCube option. That is something that feels a little off, but the buttons, honestly fine because It's just quick button presses in this game anyway. And even on the Switch console itself, I can tell that it just does look a little more pixelated compared to what I'm used to playing on some other emulators. I usually set it to about 1080p. When you're down, you just need to get shots off. Yep, just get shots off. Just like that. Oh, okay, almost. Okay, did not want to pass to him, but we still got the shot off. Got a chance here. There we go. Sorry, I was off frame there a bit, but little lag again. Tie it up here. Maybe we'll get a sudden death. Just booted at this point. They're not hitting me. We'll take it. Free shot. Oh, slide in there potentially. Get another possession here. Nope. Almost. Okay. There we go. A clean tourney. Good stuff. Again, little lag. So not perfect performance here. Now, something nice that I didn't notice until filming this entire video, you can go down to options. You can actually change the visual options and change this to a 16:9 aspect ratio. So now this fills the whole entire screen. So I will play one more game here showing this in 16:9 to get a gauge for that. So we'll jump into Flower Cup again. Same settings as before. So honestly, this is looking so much better to me personally. Maybe this is just a personal preference thing, but I love having the full screen experience here. This is so much more enjoyable, even though we are still experiencing dropped frames here pretty decently, mainly on that animation there after the goals. Actual gameplay, which is what I think is the most important thing, it is pretty smooth. You can see here, not getting any dropped frames when just actually playing the game. It is honestly helping me look past some of the downsides of this, so nice experience there actually playing the game. But I am still expecting a little more out of this considering the price you pay to get access to even be in the position to be playing this like I am right now. And there you go. So looking much better here, but again, some drop frames there, not the smoothest performance. I also think for this to really thrive and to have a lot of people interested in it, we need online play for this. If we had online play for this, I could look away from all those things. If it had some sort of online play, that would be awesome to play this more competitively. Let me know your thoughts on this. If you had a chance to play it today, this just came out today, so it is available. If you are interested in it, leave a like on your way out. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.